Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has apologised for what he calls an unnecessary public health scare in eastern Thailand. He acknowledges the country is letting its guard down in the fight against COVID-19. Concerns over a possible second wave grew after an Egyptian soldier, part of a military delegation, was found to have the coronavirus. 7 new COVID-19 cases have been reported today. All were Thai nationals returning from abroad. Success Sambat tells us more.
It is a rare admission by Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha that authorities appear to have mishandled the arrival of a military delegation in Egypt, causing a health scare now in the eastern province of Rayong. Speaking to journalists after his weekly cabinet meeting, Mr. Prayut calls this incident unnecessary and has apologized to the Thai people.
เพราะนั้นก็ขอให้มีความเชื่อมั่นว่ามาตรการทางด้านสาธารณสุขเราถ้ามองว่ามันจะเลวร้ายหรือมันจะไม่ดีอะไรทำนองเนี่ยก็ขอให้เชื่อมั่นในระบบสาธารณสุขของเราซึ่งสามารถน่าจะรองรับได้แต่มันก็ไม่ควรจะเกิดขึ้นนั่นเป็นสิ่งที่ผมเสียใจนะครับก็ขอโทษพี่น้องประชาชนคนไทยด้วยแล้วกัน
Behind the scenes, there's a lot of finger pointing, with the Air Force blaming the health officials for this incident, even though it was the Royal Thai Air Force that has given their Egyptian colleagues the green light to enter Thailand in the first place. But one official is already set to lose his job as the governor of Rayong province will be moved to another province, even though his involvement in this was minimal at best. Meanwhile, on the ground in Rayong, health officials are scrambling to contact, trace and test swab as many people as they can. 27 out of 31 men of that Egyptian military delegation left the hotel they were supposed to stay in at all times. They were exempt from state quarantine, let's not forget, but instead went to a shopping mall, including one man who was later tested positive for COVID-19. Almost 400 people are suspected to have been at the same mall during that time and are told to isolate themselves at home for 14 days.
โกรธเพราะว่ามันไม่น่าจะเป็นแบบนี้มันควรที่จะกักเพราะว่าเหมือนกับคนไทยที่มาจากต่างประเทศก็ยังต้องโดนกัก14 วันแต่ทำไมเขามีอภิสิทธิ์ที่จะต้องไม่โดนกัก
ก็คือมาที่สถานที่อย่างเงี้ยค่ะอย่างห้างประจำอย่างเงี้ยค่ะพอได้ข่าวก็รู้สึกเป็นกังวลค่ะ
โอ้กังวลมากเลยแล้วยิ่งวินเนี่ยผลกระทบเยอะคนไม่ขึ้นวินไม่ใช้บริการบางทีผลกระทบเยอะครับแม่ค้าแม่ขายทุกหน่วยงานทุกแผนก
A dozen of schools in the area have been closed as a precaution, as well as the hotels where the group stayed at, but there are more grave consequences for would-be arrivals to Thailand. All flights from Egypt, including the repatriation flights, have been suspended, and would-be arrivals, foreigners with special privileges, including businessmen and diplomats, they can't enter Thailand now as well until all the loopholes in their laws, according to officials, have been reviewed and plugged. Success Sambat, CNA Bangkok.